Welcome to a Your Success Plan education. This is a follow-on meeting. In my last film that was put in the Getting Started, I told you I was going to make another film to explain our most powerful tool, which is edification. Okay. And it's just a slight difference in thinking that can make the difference whether you end up with a small business or a big business. And when I was working over the last 20 years, I was lucky enough to get close connection with top leaders that always showed me step by step of exactly what to do. And I was always able to say, you know, what do I do here? How can I get better results? And what I found out during this journey was that the guys that had the biggest businesses, they were really, really good at edification. And edification is basically promotion of your team to your downlines. That's the simple way. But I'm going to explain in this presentation, you know, all the steps so you can actually get this in place for you. Okay, it's really, really important. But when you get it, it changes everything in your business. Okay, so. Right, so you're getting started. That was your first step. You're on the getting started. You've been through the getting started papers and you want to start seeing some money. And I know some of you have already had an exciting week because you know, some people haven't even registered one person. Some people have registered many people. But the beautiful part of the Empower Life business is that we're seeing most people are actually earning money. Okay, so that is a real big bonus. You know, it doesn't matter how much money it is, even if it's a little bit, even it's like $10 coming in of passive income, it's exciting because you start to think, well, if I can earn $10, I can earn $100. And when I'm earning $100, I can make $1,000. And it's just to make the business bigger. Okay. So, you know, you're brand new, you know, you've gone through the getting started and you're starting to think about, you know, this possibility of earning money. And I remember how I was 20 years ago when I was working in a real, I call it a dead-end job that I've been doing for 18 years. That's even more scary, okay? Because that's actually where most people are. They stay in these jobs and they don't change their habits and they complain. And that was me 20 years ago. And someone showed me a business similar to this, as you know, a multi-level marketing business. And I remember lying in bed that night thinking about, you know, what if this thing would actually work and I could get this money coming into my bank account, you know, this passive style income. And it really started to excite me. Okay. And I found myself lying in bed, dreaming about cars, planes, upgrading houses, traveling the world, and just having a great time enjoying my life. Okay, and that's where I was. And I didn't get any sleep that night. And I remember how tired I was going into the printing workshop where I used to work, which was most of the week and most of the hours. And I was absolutely exhausted. But there was like this little seed that got planted in my mind, and I could never ever get rid of it. Okay, I couldn't go back because once I'd seen what people were getting, the results people were getting from multi-level marketing, I just decided that if I'm going to do this, I need to become a professional. Okay. And if you're brand new here, can you decide right from the beginning, you know, you've got a dream, you know, work on some dreams, but make one decision. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to be a professional. Okay. Because when you become a professional, you act like a professional and the results start to be professional. Okay, you want to be, you know, you want to be working, well, what's the best way to put this? You know, if you want average results, stay average. Okay, but if you want above average results, you need to do above average things. And it all starts with that dream list. I really go on about this all the time. Many people still haven't written down 100 dreams of what they want to do. I've got a film in the Getting Started all about the dream. I'm not going to explain it, but you know, guys, the dream saves you. When you have a bad day, look at your dream list. It will save you from quitting on your dream. Okay. It seriously, it will save you. And when you're building a business just for the money and you have a bad day or 10 people quit and you haven't got a dream list to look at, you will quit. You're gone. And I don't want you to be gone. I want you guys to get your dreams to happen. Okay. So that's where we start. And, then you're going to get connected to the Your Success Plan education. And I know which ones. I'm quite observant over the years. I can see exactly which guys have been through it. It's not that I've got a little camera in your living room and I can see what's going on. But what it is, I start to see my downline starting to speak the same success language and doing the same success things on social media, and they're starting to talk that professional language. And that's why I know people are actually taking the time, not just to watch the films once. Okay. When I was learning to do multi-level marketing, we had a CD packet, and it was 4 CDs. And it was designed that you listen to one CD for one whole week. And they recommended to have it on all the time instead of the radio in your car. Okay, my car became a mobile university, and it was repetition, listening of people that knew how to build these businesses. And guess what? It goes in your brain, and this is how I learned this stuff. I listened to thousands and thousands of education CDs over 20 years, and it made me be able to learn this stuff. Okay. And then I put these films into the Your Success Plan education, and people don't even watch the films. Well, that shows me straight away they're not interested in changing their future if they don't watch it. That's up to them. It's their choice. They need to take responsibility for their life. I can't take responsibility for them. But then there are people that they go in and they watch the films again and again and again. And I want to say why that's so important, because I don't know if you've ever heard a good or a really bad song on the radio. It comes on the radio and you think, oh my gosh, that's awful. Oh, I don't want it. And you turn it off, but they keep playing it all week. And by the end of the week, you can sing it in the shower without even having the music on. Okay, because it's gone into your subconscious. You remember it. And even 20 years later, an old song comes on the radio. You can. Hope you're enjoying this film. Less than 50% are subscribing to my channel. So please take the time just to subscribe to my channel and like it and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future content. It only takes 5 seconds, guys. So please do it now. Thanks. It's really important to change how you think. So, I want you to understand your list. Okay, this is really, really important stuff, especially this circle here. It's called family and friends. It's around 15 to 25 people. If you are brand new in this business and maybe you're not really sure about how to work online, but you want to sponsor a few people. So remember, you're all excited about your dreams. You've already started thinking about the dreams and the money coming in, and you're all hyped up and you're all excited, and you go to the people that's closest to you. Okay, but here's the problem. Here is the problem. They have known you all your life, and they also think they have the right to give you their opinion based on how you've been before. Okay, so if you've had a certain lifestyle and you've done things, or you've done things and you failed and it hasn't worked for you, well, family and friends always want to protect us. I don't know if our parents want to protect us normally, or sisters, brothers, and so on. They don't want us to get hurt, so they always tend to hold us back. And when you go to your friends and family that aren't working online, you say, oh, I'm so excited, I've got this great business, oh, you've got to see this. And some of them are too honest. And it's almost like sticking a knife through your jacket, through your heart, and it makes you feel absolutely crap. Okay, I'm warning you, because this is what it's like. In 20 years, I have not registered one family member. I've been trying to register my father in multi-level marketing for over 20 years. Okay, I know some other top leaders that have got the same story. They have not actually, but the leader that taught me, okay, his name was Matt Holmberry, had a massive business, global European business, and he did actually sign 2 of his members up, family members, and the only reason he signed them up is because he paid for it. Okay, that's how good your friends and family are. And you are not going to get financially free by sponsoring your mother or your brother-in-law or your grandmother just to try and get a number. Okay, So I'm just warning you, you know, I want to protect you guys, all right? Because I know what that circle's like. And then there is a bigger list. Okay? This is the easy prospect list. It's associates. It's around 200 to 500 people. Okay. These are the easiest people to prospect. And when I'm saying prospect, I mean, these are people you meet every day. Okay. And the way you need to think about it is like, if I came up to you now and say, well, who do you know? You'll probably get your, you know, you'll write down about 20, 30, oh, I know 20, 30 people. And then I could ask you the question, a different question. I could say, well, how many people know you? Because the list is much, much bigger. You know, if I go and get my car tires changed like 2 weeks ago, and I'm in there and I'm talking to the guy and he's changing my tires, and I feel that he's done a great job, and I'm going to tell him, I'm going to make sure he remembers me, because I'm good at giving people compliments. And I wasn't like this in the beginning. I used to always give people compliments, and I started to get good at it. Every time I had the chance to find a good thing to say about a person, because most people look for the bad things. I'll look at that guy, really scruffy, but he might have nice shoes. So I will notice the shoes. Like, wow, I like your shoes, mate. They look really sharp. Because I know that he might grow and actually change the rest of his clothes later, and then he's going to look really smart. So it's really good to give compliments to people, because what it does, it makes them remember you. Because that tire guy, I can give him a call. All right. This is how associates work. I can give him a call and I'll go, hi, Jason, it's Jason here. And he'll go, Jason who? Because he doesn't know me that well. Okay. And because they don't know you that well, they don't give you all the dumb objections. They don't give you all the crazy reasons why this is a bad business or anything. They meet you on a neutral level. They've got respect. You're actually one of their customers if they just change your tires. So when I call, I say, hi, it's Jason. He says, Jason who? I said, well, I changed my tires in your workshop. You did an awesome job. Thanks very much. But the reason I'm calling, you know, I'm just really, I've got something that I'm working with, which is, we're a team of entrepreneurs, and I know you're a business guy, and I've just started in this business, but I'm working with some real top experienced people. I was wondering if I could run it by you and get your opinion. Okay. I'm not after him to say, do you want to join my business? I'm stroking his ego. I'm asking him if he would like to, you know, I want his opinion. Okay. But really, I don't want his opinion. I'm not interested in his opinion, because he hasn't even seen the business. I'm interested in him being able for me to send the link for Empower Live so he can watch the film. Because I also know that tire guy works his backside off for over 60 hours a week changing tires. Okay. I'm pretty sure a lot of people prefer to have a bit more control in their life. And that list is massive. In the getting started, I have a memory jogger to help you remember who knows you. If that list could register you 50 to 100 people into your business if you work on it. Okay. And that's without even looking online, because we're going to bring them to online once we've got them, once we meet up with them. So, and then the endless prospect list which is the rest of the world. Okay. You don't ever need to be short on prospects. Alexis Thomas, just so you know, he has films inside Empower Live. I can't remember, it's in one of the menus there. I think it's on film repeats or something, but there's a film in there, and he's teaching you exactly how he works online. Okay. It's not posting flyers. It's just how he works in a certain way. And he built his last businesses up to hundreds of thousands of people just on Facebook, not using any other social media. Okay. So if you're not getting the signups, I just want you to think about the last 2 pages. You've got your associates list, and to go out and watch that film for Alexis about how to work with Facebook. Okay. Because he is really good at it. He explains it really well. And it's definitely something that anybody can learn. Anybody can do what he's doing. It's so simple. It's ridiculous. And if your Facebook looks professional, you know, people are going to ask you, you know. People are going to ask you about information. Oh yeah, I'd like to check your business out because this looks good. All right. So now we're going to get down to where people go wrong. Okay. I always want to show you where people go wrong. So there's you. You're brand new. Maybe you've got some experience and you've never seen anyone explain edification like this before. Okay. Because now we're talking about the key magic of edification. So there's you. You're that little golden dot, right? You're already thinking of the gold. That's why I made it gold. But here's the issue. You've got no experience, you've got probably no credibility, and you haven't made any money yet. Okay. And you're going to go and talk to your friend John, Lisa, and Bob. And remember, you're excited about your dreams, right? So you go to John and go, oh, I've got this business, I'm so excited. All right. And what they're thinking is, well, I've known you for 40 years. And you know, I've seen you do other things like, you know, this looks strange, and they make a decision based on how you approach them and also how John thinks of you. Of course, probably John is your friend and he loves you, but they don't always tell you what they think, but they think it. Okay. And they're thinking, well, you haven't got it. First of all, they're thinking, well, you haven't got much money. You know, I don't see you in the nice car. You've got no credibility with your friends, most of you, and you haven't got experience. So why should I join you? Okay, it's all about trust. Okay, so people will join you when you've got trust. If people trust me, they join the team. If people don't trust me, they don't join me. Okay, remember that. And it's the same for you. If they trust you, they will join you. So how do we get the trust? This is where edification comes in. Okay, you need to understand the power of the team. Okay, sometimes when we join these teams, it's all about us. Okay, I'm going to put some people in and make some money. I remember that. I remember how I was in the beginning. If I can get 100 people in, I'm going to be rich. That is really bad thinking. I don't think that way anymore. When I'm putting people in sim, I'm thinking about how can I help them to get rich. You help enough other people get what they want, you will get what you want as well. It's just a twist in your paradigm of your thinking. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the team, okay? Because this is all you need to know. This is all you need to know, and it makes a massive difference because we got Alexis. A lot of you have met Alexis, okay? What a character that guy is. You know, I'm sure he's got electricity. I don't know what he's on, but you know, I want some of that energy because he's great. I don't know if you saw him on the last Zoom, but that guy's on fire. Okay. But then you got me. I'm a little bit different to Alexis. Alexis is a woo, and I'm more of a visual person. I like to explain things in picture form so people really understand what I'm trying to say. But Alexis, 25 years experience. Okay. Over 20 years experience. And maybe your sponsor, I've just written sponsor, but maybe that sponsor's got 10 years experience. Okay, so that means between Alexis and you, there's over 50 years experience in your team above you. That counts for a lot. Okay, because between here and here, they have experience, they have credibility, and they are making money. Okay, they are making money. Alexis Thomas is you know, he's taking it to extremes. You know, he's a multi-millionaire. Okay, me, I'm not a multi-millionaire, but my last job was in 2004. Okay, so I'm still happy too. I don't want to go to an employer so I've got the experience to get that sort of freedom. Okay, so how does this help you? Well, you can either be running after John trying to sell your opportunity, or you could be telling him about the importance of a 50-year-old team or 50 years experienced team that you've been lucky enough to work with. Okay, so when what you want to be saying is to John, say, John, I've got to share something with you, and I'm really excited about this because I've got connected to a team that they're helping people make thousands of dollars. They've got over 40-50 years experience. Would you like the chance to come and meet them? Okay, or would you like to know more about it? Because if you, it's two different questions. If you say, would you like to know more about it, you can send them your Empower Life link, but make sure you tell them about Alexis's Zoom meeting, okay? Because you want to talk, when you're talking to a prospect, you don't just want to give the link out. You want to give the link out and make sure that they're free to talk about the Zoom. Okay, sometimes we can do things a little bit backward. You know, when I'm talking to a prospect, I think Lee saw me do this the other day in the meeting. We were on a meeting with a guy in Africa, and he said, "Hi, how are you doing?" And before I even speaking, I said, "What are you doing on Saturday night?" He said, "No, nothing. I'm free." Because I know if I ask him after, he will suddenly be busy. But he's already told me he's free, so he's coming to that Zoom. And here's the link. Watch the link so you can watch the films, create your free account, and come along and meet the team because they know what they're talking about. Okay. You've got to talk about Upline team like crazy. They are your lifeline. The second the second people say, "Oh, I'm not going to promote my upline," and you put John in here, so you say you cut the whole upline off and you put John here. Well, John might be excited for a week, but he comes to an Alexa Zoom, gets excited because what he's seeing. But I tell you what happens if it's not long before John stops listening to you. Okay, why? Because he wants to know where you get your advice from. When you cut the team off, you cut the lifeline to your business off. So the best people that promote their upline team, we will be able to promote you back, because what will happen when John comes to a Zoom, or you can even put me on a Zoom with your downlines. If you've got a group of 10 prospects you've spoken to, and you've already lifted me up and said, look, I'm going to see if I can get 5 minutes with Jason on a Zoom, I will come on Zoom with you. And guess what I'm going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about you, about how connected you are to the team, and what we're going to be doing together. We're actually working really hard with Lee. I've just used Lee as an example. We're working really hard with Lee. We're going to build an empire underneath him. So John, if you're smart, you look like a smart guy. I'm not going to be rude to people. You look really sharp. Let's be really sharp here. Let's make a smart decision to create a free account so you can do the research, and we'll get you connected in the team so you can start to do the research and come along and meet the rest of the team that has lots of experience. Okay, that is edification in a nutshell. So I hope you're going to watch this film a few times. And then John, Lisa, and Bob, they join your team not because of you. Of course, they'll be grateful that you showed them, because especially when they make their first $100, they'll say, "Oh, this is cool. Thanks for inviting me. I just made $100." Then the story starts to change when people are starting to earn money. But these guys didn't join because you had to convince them and chase them and beat them on the head with a baseball bat and try and convince them. They joined because they didn't want to miss out on the information of the team, and also you, because they didn't want to get left behind. And all you're going to do is just get those guys connected to the Ready Success Plan, and it continues. Okay. So we're just going to work on, you got to work on your right success habits. I've just written down a few top tips, which I think is really, really important. And I just want to sort of finalize the meeting on this. But, you've always got to work on your dream. You've got to know your reason why. Okay. I believe that if you just got a picture of a car, it's not deep enough. That will make everybody can get a car, but if you put faces into your dream, like what's going to happen when you've got X amount of money, who are you going to take on holiday, who's going to be with you, what's that feeling going to be like, because then it becomes more real. Okay, so really work on your dreams. Watch the dream film. Build your list every day. Are you adding 5 to 10 people to your list every day? Your goal is to have a list written down. It's all in the getting started as well. Most people don't have a list, because the thing is, if you If you have a dream list, you see everything you want, and you have a list of all the people you're going to contact, it just makes sense. It just makes, well, I can see this business is going to work, because all I need to do is start showing all these people the business, and then I'm going to get what I want. But if you don't have a dream list and you're not building your list, you're actually killing both of your things. And I think one of the biggest dangers in our business is that we can think we're busy in the business, but because we spend so much time thinking about it, we think, oh, I'm so busy. And I'm thinking, doing what? Why are you so busy? I don't see the actions. I don't see the results. So add people to your list every day. You decide, even if it's 2, that's 60 people a month. You're going to sign up 10 people, sure, definitely. 5 to 10 people per day on your list. I don't care if it comes from social media or the man that walks his dog in the park. Okay, put them on your list and then you can find a way to contact them. Share your business consistently. That's the next thing. Don't build your name list up and then every Saturday, oh, I'm going to show some people today. Show people every day. Okay, that means find a way to send out your link. We've also got education on that as well, but send your link out every day. It's all about just creating momentum. You send 10 invites out every day. That's a lot, right? It soon builds up, and it's just a numbers game. Some of you saw I signed up 100 people. Well, I probably sent out 400 invites in a short period of time. It's not luck. I had to do a lot of work to get it. It's not, oh, he's good. No, I just did it. I was consistent, and I did a lot of it in that launch period time. And I'm still doing it. I've just set another goal to sponsor another 100, and I'm on it now. So if I'm on it now, that means you're on it now. 150,000 people in the business right now, and it's a baby. It's like I think that's actually less people in the business right now from the little town that I was born in, and we've got a global business. This is untouched. So follow up your prospects, invite them to the Zoom. Okay, remember, always invite your prospects to the Zoom, always invite your new members to the Zoom, and tell your new members to invite their new members. If you don't do it, they don't come. And if you're relying on Alexis's email that comes out to say there's a Zoom, or he posts it in his chat, he always does it like the day before, or maybe the same day. But you've got the information in your back office, and I know lots of you are logging into your back office to see the money's going up. But if I was you, I'd be copying that Zoom link and sending it out to every person that hasn't been on the Zoom yet. And if they have been on the Zoom, make sure you send it to them again. This stuff we need to be deliberate to make sure we constantly, I don't know, I used to have a joke. I used to say, I argue with people for a living. I don't know, that sort of makes sense, but I felt like, I keep talking to them, and I say, they say, I want to make money, and I'd say, well, come to the meeting, and they don't come to the meeting, but I still have to keep saying, come to the meeting. And eventually they come, and then that person wakes up and they bring 500 people to the meeting. That's how you build a big business. It's all about being consistent, because we're not in the business of stacking people into a network. There's a diamond qualification in this business. Okay, there's different ranks in this business. For me, I'm looking for the next diamond, because I know if I can find 3 people, just 3 people that decide to go diamond in this Empower Life business, I don't need to work ever again. But I probably will, because I love working with you guys. All right, but I'm just saying, we're looking for the right people that the light goes on, they get in action, they set a serious goal, and they do this stuff again and again and again and again, and then get the results. So always talk highly to your sponsor and upline team. Okay, that's there again. I'm not going to go over that. Watch the film again, because it's really important. You always lift up your upline. Never ever speak negative about you. It doesn't matter what it is. Never ever speak negative to your downline about your upline. Okay, that is definitely the most dangerous thing when you're building the network. Okay. How would you feel if I just suddenly started saying stuff about Alexis Thomas? How long would it be before you don't believe in the business anymore? Right? Okay. I think we'll say no more about that. Okay. So make sure you have getting started. Okay, that's a lot of knowledge in there, and it's a lot. You've also got all the education in the Empower Life business. That I'm not overriding that. I've just put some education in my team to make sure that people learn the way that I've learned. I want to duplicate what I've learned over the years that gets results. So they both get results. But there's a lot of other stuff in here that you won't get, because maybe Alexis teaches a certain way and I will teach a certain way. Okay, so make sure you get the getting started, go through it, and every time you sign up someone, give them the getting started. Or even if you've got a prospect that hasn't signed up yet, because maybe their problem is that or what's stopping them from actually getting started is because they might think that they can't do this. So you send them the getting started and just say, look, could you have a quick look through our education? It's a really fun page. There's a few films in there. Have a quick look through, and here's the link for the business. Just go through the stuff, and then you decide whether you want to build it or not. Okay. And if you want, I might even be able to get a meeting with the guy who's the founder of the Getting Started, Your Success Plan. His name's Jason. We'll hop on Zoom with him so you can answer some of your questions. And remember, my goal is to make sure that you're edified. I'm not there to answer all these questions. I want to make sure that he or she is listening to you. Okay. So I've just sort of covered that. Invite your team members with your active members so we can build trust. Remember, we've always got to get, you've got to get more and more trust, but that's the question you've always got to ask yourself. Am I doing the things that I'm doing right now? Am I getting trust into my business? Do people trust me? Okay. Only you can do that. You need to look in the mirror and you think, well, does my one prospect trust me? Okay. Does my two prospects trust me? Well, maybe they don't because I let them down, or it could be anything. You need to answer that yourself, because there's a reason why people stop listening. There's a reason why people stop the trust. Trust, it takes 2 seconds to lose trust in a network. It's same with friendship, same thing with marriage. Okay. That's another thing. If you're not loyal in a network, you lose everything. If try staying unloyal when you're married. Okay, so another thing there as well. So last part before we close up on this really is recognition. This is something which is very alien to a lot of people, because when we work on a job, it's really, I know in my 18 years as a printer, I can't remember once where the boss said good job. And I've just worked, and I thought I was doing all right. I worked really hard, but it was the only time that we would get called into the office was when we knew we were going to get something and it wasn't positive, right? It was always a telling off. So to talk about recognition and where we congratulate people can feel a bit alien. That's why not everybody does it. Okay, so you're probably seeing that we're now starting to make these flyers. I just call it the money flyer. And all you need to do is send me your photograph, your full name, and how much money you've earned so far. And I will put it into a flyer. You can also do it yourself. The Canva link is there. But if you really can't do it yourself, just send me the photo, because we need to get those flyers into the chats. We need to get them into our Facebook group, because there's a lot of people watching us right now. They want to know if this Empower thing is paying people. Are they getting money? And is what we're teaching and showing actually making money? Okay. Because those flyers are the proof. They are the proof. And, I sometimes see people put things up and some people say, well done. But when we put it into a group, we are bringing the team together, and 100 people write well done, congratulations, on one person that just just earned $100. It creates a really positive virus for hungry people to actually start earning money. They want to join you. Can you imagine 50 people tomorrow just saying, oh, I saw your flyer, can I join you? Yeah, sure, here's the link. Okay, what do I do? Well, here's the education. Great. Okay, see you on the Zoom. This is awesome. Could you imagine having prospects like that? It'd be lovely, right? This is why it's really important that I have actually seen there's a few people that are starting to do the flyers and getting excited about the recognition. So it's definitely starting to work, but I would love to see a lot more of you guys. Yeah, even if you've earned $20, let's make you a flyer. Let's say congratulations, even if it's 30, 40, 50, whatever the amount of money is. We need to get as many of those flyers out, and we need to work as a team to do this, okay? Because the more team effort we have, we're definitely going to be able to create this winning team culture that everybody wants to be part of. All right, so the balance between edification, doing a few certain things, recognition on the flyers, you know, it's going to be crazy. Edification is your way to freedom. Okay? It's free to use. It's just like manners. Okay, nobody likes people when there's no manners. Okay, but people love people when manners are shown. Manners cost nothing. Edification is the same. It doesn't cost anything, but the results can absolutely explode your business when you get good at promoting upline, so we can promote your downlines to you, you know, to lift you up in front of your team. So edification is free. You know, it improves your team's belief, changes the winning team culture in the group, and things start to happen for you guys. So hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you on the next film.